Good morning, stars. It's your boy Lava Tyrant, and welcome back to the Mahagiri region, my Fakemon region based on India and its neighboring places. Ever since Kalos, most Pokemon games have introduced a brand new gimmick. First came Mega Evolution, then Z-Moves, then Gigantamax, and finally, most recently, as of making this video at least, Terastallization. Because of this, I wanted to make my own gimmick for my region, and for those who have been watching, they know it to be shifting. To give a basic rundown, this gimmick acts as an amalgam of all gimmicks before it. With the help of an ancient scroll, one is able to shift one Pokemon of their choosing into their perfected form, basically using infinite energy to turn this Mon into the most powerful form it once was or possibly could become. Similar to Gigantamax, all Pokemon can use this gimmick, but few may change their entire appearances. This form is continuous, similar to Xenoverse, so once a Mon shifts, they stay that way. This changes only when the Mon is hit to below half health. In this video, I went ahead and gave 6 Mons from Kanto shifted forms. Although one of these is a bit of a redesign, as I have updated the renders of the shifted forms. In fact, why not start with that one and get it out of the way, shall we? Many will recognize this guy. It's shifted Raichu. If it isn't obvious, like nearly every Fakemon region, this form is inspired by Gorochu, and in my defense, Gorochu is a really cool scrapped Pokemon. Now, while these forms don't add types, they absolutely buff this Pokemon up to where the stats of a shifted form may resemble that of a Paradox Pokemon. Shifted Raichu. It is said that in ancient times, Raichu could evolve into a Pokemon known as Gorochu. Though Raichu have since forgotten to truly evolve, the capacity of doing so still remains, and comes out when shifting. As is pretty clear, the new design has a major difference, as there is now a lotus pattern at its legs and tail. I did this to make it more obvious which Pokemon are shifted, as certain Mons may have too small eyes to tell when they are blue. So this lotus pattern is similar to the Dynamax clouds that appear above Pokemon, and soon for some reason, as in a regular shifted Pokemon will also have them, and so will those that change appearances. Anyways, now let's get to the next ones, which are the shifted Kanto starters, starting with Venusaur. Shifted Venusaur, just like its fellow starters, takes design inspiration from the Mega and Gigantamax forms that it already had, with key elements coming over. The tip of its flower also resembles a crown, as it is now a true king of the jungle. Venusaur has always been my favorite grass starter, so I'm really happy with this form, and hope y'all like it too. Here it is. Shifted Venusaur. Upon being engulfed in Lotus energy, Venusaur is able to draw power from its ancestors. It leaves behind an aroma which is capable of taking control of other Pokemon. Its shiny is a natural progression of Venusaur's regular shiny. I imagine this form draws from ancient infinity energy associated with Venusaur in its peak when it was a behemoth that roamed the lands as its guardian. Anyways, let's continue on with Charizard. Yes, Charizard. If he didn't already have enough forms, here's another one, fusing all the best elements of its 2 Megas and Gigantamax. Due to it being the Blue Lotus, I had the excuse of giving it Blue Fire, but there is another reason which I'll get to in a moment. Anyways, here is shifted Charizard. Shifted Charizard. The Lotus energy it is engulfed by allows it to tap into its potential power, causing its fire to burn a powerful blue. Now, the other reason for the blue fire is its Dex entry from the original games, I believe, where it mentions how Charizard has its tail fire turn blue when it's enraged. So, with this newfound power, it is engulfed in this blue flame. Its shiny is also a black shiny, cause of course it is. I imagine this form to draw from future infinity energy of Charizards that have turned ferocious due to perhaps their rarity. Anyways, now let's move on to the final starter, that being Blastoise. Again, Shifted Blastoise is a perfect in-between of its Gigantamax and Mega form. It gets double the cannons of its base form, and the tail of Wartortle returns, bigger than ever before. Really love how this one specifically turned out, including the red belly returning from the Gigantamax form, and I really hope you guys like it as well. So, here is Shifted Blastoise. This form of Blastoise allows it to gain more firepower on its tank-like cannons. The water it shoots is said to puncture titanium. The shiny is a natural progression of its base shiny. I also imagine this form gets its cannons from future infinity energy, and its tail returns from the past, which perhaps looks similar to its beta design. Now let's move on to the final two shifted forms of Kanto, which are counterparts, starting with Shifted Machoke. Yes, not Machamp, Machoke. Machoke and Graveler both have trade evolutions where they take stuff from the other. Machamp gets Graveler's 4 arms, and Golem gets Machoke's lizard-like face. Well, in this form, that trade does not occur, giving us a proper, primal Machoke. Shifted Machoke. Upon shifting, Machoke is able to prosper with the potential it did not lose upon evolving into Machamp. Its tail is very powerful in combat. Its shiny is green like its original form. The arm design draws from the fiery arms of Gigantamax Machamp. Also, it gets a tail again, like it had when it was Machop. Now let's get into the final Kanto shifted form, which, of course, is Graveler. Shifted Graveler was harder to make than the other ones in this video, as unlike any of the previous ones, Graveler did not have any beta designs or gimmick forms to pull from. So instead, I used elements of Alolan Graveler to make this guy. In case of shifting an Alolan Graveler, the same form is achieved visually, only with a different typing. But yeah, that is pretty much Shifted Graveler, so here he is. Shifted Graveler. Upon shifting, Graveler is able to tap into the potential that it loses when it evolves into Golem. Its 4 arms pack powerful punches. All that I said for Machoke remains true for Graveler, including the shiny being a progression of its regular one. So yeah, hope you all like this one as much as I do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the future, I will be going into all the other mons that shift in generational order. So if you are interested, leave a like and comment below a mon you would like to see a shifted form of. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and definitely hit the notification bell. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.